Yeah, I hear my calling. Yeah, I hear my calling. Yeah, you hear it calling. Yeah, I hear my calling. Knowledge of the fallen. All I see is winning. Yeah, since my crawling. Paid for a happy ending, got a cost. Coasting on these ruins, hitting corners on these megaliths. Pasadena is the crown of Los Angeles. I'ma land my plane, it's a mothership. Where it is. Me and my real one got fellowship. You and yours. Low morale, I guess you call it more. Man, where they begging at the swamps. Catch me at the ruins, mounds, pyramids, you want. FLG, mounds daily. Documenting field research, get real in the field, man. Pull up your skirts. Hands in each other back pocket. Man, stop it. All y'all do is dick jocking. Can't lock it. Can't spend too much time on the phone. Yeah, I hear my calling. Yeah, I hear my calling. Yeah, you hear it calling. Yeah, I hear my calling. Knowledge of the fallen. All I see is winning. Yeah, since my crawling. Paid for a happy ending, got a cost. Coasting on these ruins, hitting corners on these megaliths. Culver City born, but I'm Pasadena raised. Crown of the Valley, Los Angeles pedestal. Fuck, hate to get it right. Calling out dirty aboriginals, always knowledge blocking. Yeah, I'm here to stop it. No pseudo in the knowledge, I got rockets. I blow your dumb ass bullshit to the moon. I don't give a fuck, man, nigga, just move.
Well, can I just say thank you for the opportunity?
Yeah, honorable admiration, all my good brothers, sisters of the feather. I'm back. You know, people should be ashamed of themselves. People really should be ashamed of themselves. You know, they really should. A lot of people should be ashamed. So we're gonna act like the Oriental Institution of Chicago didn't go to Egypt and start painting these hieroglyphs on the wall. It's still unanswered. Jabari practices Krateropoa. Jabari has a cult that is founded in Germany. Understand this. Jabari is Catholic. Catholics bow down to the German Jesuits. They bow down to the Russians and they bow down to the Jesuits. Period. That's it. That's all on that. No need to be all conspiratorial and ooh, what's Putin doing? Did the drone get him? None of that's needed. It's simple. It's simple as this. German Jesuits traveled the world making a whole lot of stuff. That's what they did. Rather what period of time you put it in, it doesn't matter. But they created the German Jesuits created the history of the Central American. They created the history of the South American. They created the history of the North American. They created the history of the Canadian. What is it called? Inuits, Eskimos. They created the Alaskan history. German Jesuits are a key to the triangle, y'all. Again, here goes the triangle, y'all. They are the key to the triangle. Okay? The I is the Royal Society. It's that simple. The key are the German Jesuits, the Jesuits, period. And I put German on there just to be emphatic on who they are. We try and separate, say, oh, that's a French Jew, that's a German Jew, that's a Sicilian Jew, that's a Spanish Jew, that's a Portugal gold Jew, that's a Greek Jew. Stop playing games. They're all the same damn people. And they are the ones who went around the world creating all these so-called things. It's simple as this. They created the artifacts. They created the so-called ancient symbols. They fixed ruins and decorated them to look the way they wanted to look. This is what they did. Stop playing with yourself. Stop acting like these things didn't happen, and we can move forward. People in Egypt don't give a damn about any of this meta stuff. They don't give a damn. They don't speak meta. If this meta stuff that we have these pseudo Egyptians talking about on Sonetta Studios really meant something, they wouldn't speak Fustat, they wouldn't speak Coptic, they wouldn't speak Arabic, they would speak meta. Why would they devalue themselves and speak something that is lesser than meta? Why is it that the head person, Hakeem, whatever his last name was, whose son is still over there doing tourist attractions, said it's not meta, that meta is Suf? And then when you look into what he's talking about, what it's connected to, you'll find some Coptics and some Arabics, some Muslims came together and started formulating some weirdo stuff that wasn't accepted. It wasn't accepted by the head of the Coptic people who were tied in with the Italians, who were tied into the German Jesuits, which is why people who are Catholic, people who are Muslim, and people who are some Christians who are part of the Caress movement, they're in on it, but it's not that many of them. But the people who are Muslims and the people who are Catholic, they love pushing this. And some of them might have left their Catholic faith or their Muslim faith, but they love pushing this stuff. It's like they work for the tourist attraction companies. They have to keep pushing this stuff to make you believe that hieroglyphs are old. People were asking me, well, how did you come up with your stuff? You just made up your own stuff. Oh, well, look into the history of publishing hieroglyphica. Have you read John Dee's work where he's showing the Ankh and what the Ankh really means? Have you guys looked into what John Dee put out in the 16th century and put it side by side with Tafina? No, you haven't. Why not? Because everybody who was pushing all this stuff and out here gatekeeping and knowledge blocking made sure you didn't hear my voice. They will not play my old co-host, Almost Shongo. They will not play his video. Why are these things happening? Why won't people deal with this stuff? Why do they try and insult and shoot to the point where I had to go act like I'm all happy and jolly and troll people and stuff just so they can get the point? Why does it take that? Why do I have to donate to certain channels just to get my voice heard while people steal my work? Young Pharaoh didn't know that the Rosetta Stone was fake until I gave it to Garvey in Pasadena, who gave it to Sarrasun Seti. Seti didn't know about all that meta not being deciphered in that way. He only knew what Walter Williams said and what Dr. Ben said, but he didn't know the details to it being Yiddish until he met me, until I introduced Rita Elowa to him. With her book called The History of the Unknown, her favorite quote, "The dead don't speak." How the hell are y'all speaking a dead language when the dead don't speak? This shit is a joke. This shit is a total joke. It's disrespectful. And when you guys stop this, when you guys stop people from seeing this, where's my other one? And you stop people from seeing this, you are denying them the whole truth, the whole story. Why is it you've only seen it here? Why am I still seeing videos of Joe Rogan talking about ancient Egyptian stuff? And people are still talking about it. It's dead. My channel's already blacklisted. It's already blacklisted. I've debunked meta on this channel since I started this channel. My Lotus Virus channel, they took it from me. I had all the details to debunking meta, and I still know most of it. I know 80% of everything I put out about meta, and I just sit back and I wait for people to say certain things. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They say that the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs translated, deciphered, and transliterated, and all this type of stuff, and whatever they want to say. The evidence, the scientific methodology, the scientific methodological, I'm saying the words right now. The scientific method is that Coptic language was used. That is how they deciphered the Rosetta Stone. They will say it was David Ackerblad who created the first Coptic alphabet. Johann David Ackerblad, also known as the Yanni. but we can't find any evidence of him living. We can't find any evidence of anything he put out. We can't find any of it. Not a shred. When Johann David Ackerblad put up that so-called alphabet or so-called 28 symbols, he was in competition with Baron Joseph von Hammer-Purgstall. And what kind of man takes the last name of a woman? That's what Joseph von Hammer-Purgstall did, who worked with Prince Metternich, who worked with the Rothschilds, who worked with Charles Netter, who was a part of them, a part of everything they used. That's who Sylvester de Saucy was, depending upon David Ackerblad and Joseph von Hammer-Purgstall. So why are they keeping this stuff out? So if J.J. Bartholomew didn't have a Rosetta Stone and said, hey, y'all, I collect all these artifacts. I'm the one that put value to them. I've doubled the person who gave me all their collection and all their stuff. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make this Rosetta Stone, and we're going to say that this Rosetta Stone right here is the key to the language. So in this Rosetta Stone, do you see these circles? The circles? Here, put these circles around these certain hieroglyphs. All these other hieroglyphs don't have circles, but these hieroglyphs right here, we're going to put circles around them. And those are certain names. Guess what names they are? Cleopatra, Alexander the Great, Ptolemy, and a whole bunch of other Sotar weirdos. That's J.J. Bartholomew's work. But wait. He died before the Rosetta Stone was invented. David Ackerblad supposedly created the 28 symbols based upon a Coptic alphabet that did not exist until his time, but you don't get the revival of the Coptic language until Pope Cyril IV, who used Claudius Labib, who got his information from Ariana Fendi Georgi Smota, who got his information from Muallim Takla, a blind cantor. Why are they playing games? Why won't Jabari face that? Why won't they share that Tafina has hundreds of symbols, but they broke it down into certain alphabets, and then when you look at them, you'll find the Greek symbols in there. You find Greek symbols in Vi. You'll find Greek in the Merowe script. You'll find Greek in the Coptic script. You'll find Greek in the Nobene script. So how are we calling the bottom of the Rosetta Stone Greek when we have all these so-called clans or tribes that live in Egypt and Sudan, that live in Liberia, that live in Chad, that are using these symbols? Luo have symbols. So there's something going on here, and when it comes to this Metanetter stuff, Sonetter keeps saving them from me. I don't know why he wants to keep saving them from me. They're gonna have to face this information, because 2024, I'm paying to put this information out. I'm putting tens of thousands to make sure people face this shit. And I don't give a fuck what Zahi was or any of those other idiots pushing these fake ass movies that they want to come out that they don't want people messing up. Come out. They made Egypt in the 20th century. They made these hieroglyphs in the 20th century. So anyone running around talking about they're old, they're doing a disservice for you. They're misleading you. They're guiding you down the wrong path. They're lying to you. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they don't know any people from Egypt. I have never seen anybody go on Sonetter's channel and say, hey, I got these Egyptians, and they're going to tell you about Metanetter. All I get is some pseudo-Egyptians with some pseudo-Egyptian language called Metanetter, which was created by a bunch of Danish, French, German, Swiss, Holland, Prussian, Greek, Italian weirdos. If that be the case, when y'all speak Metanetter, you have to use a French accent. I don't know how you're going to use another accent. They made it. Use a German accent when you speak Metanetter. Be genuine about it. You can't use Claudius Labib because y'all don't believe that. Y'all only believe what some Frenchmen said. So enough is enough, man. Stop playing. Sonetter, man, stop playing. Stop knowledge blocking, y'all. Y'all can't stop this channel. I already got my channel set up. My channel's about to blow up, and I'm knocking everybody out of the water. I'm telling you, you better lay down and get ran the fuck over. I'm running everybody over. Already beat up Ankh, talking about Charles Darwin invented evolution when he had a teacher named Charles Lyell, when he had a teacher named Lamarck, and then all of it comes from Lamarck, and they got it from De Natura. What kind of research are you, Ankh? How the hell are you going to be an evolutionist and talk about all the details to evolution, and scientifically, your scientific literacy is impeccable, but you don't even know where the hell evolution came from. In fact, a damn fellow of the Royal Society who believed everything was created by an intelligent being coined the phrase scientist. Sir Richard Owens coined the phrase dinosauria, sounding like diarrhea. Stop playing, man. Stop knowledge blocking. Y'all gotta stop knowledge blocking. I'm talking about that in this song I'm playing too. That's the very thing I'm talking about. Y'all kept knowledge blocking. Everybody knowledge block. People channels their pinnacles. I could have gone on your channel and laced all this stuff. But y'all knowledge blocking. That's what y'all do. And y'all have become very good at knowledge blocking. You don't know what I know. You're jealous you don't know what I know. You haven't put in decades of research like I have. So you have to make sure that you are the pinnacle of the information. Or you're going to play a video of somebody and they are the pinnacle of the information. And they're full of shit. You're full of it. That's your MetaNetta teachers. Those are the real people who run MetaNetta. They're still in Egypt writing stuff on the wall. Got y'all believing this stuff is ancient. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind. I can show these, and I have other images of them making hieroglyphs too, by the way. Y'all gonna tell me this is ancient? No, this is not ancient. It's goofy too. Everybody talk about MetaNetta, but they can't mention this man's name. Oh, because if people look up this name and they look into the details of his work, you'll realize all his work is in Arabic or in Coptic, not English. But when they pull all these French, Danish, Prussian, Italian, Greek, German weirdos, it all has a mystical, magical, perfect 20th century grammar English translation. Huh? German Jesuits went all around the world making all kind of artifacts and creating tourist attractions. Stop playing with me. I have the evidence. Stop knowledge blocking. That's what it looked like on the right. But y'all gonna tell me that's how it looked like on the left. They did the same thing in Egypt. In fact, the Great Pyramid is the only real pyramid. That's the only real pyramid over there, and it wasn't even like that. All those other pyramids, man, they made this stuff recently, y'all. They playing y'all. Egyptian alphabet back in 1599. Where was the Rosetta Stone? How was there an Egyptian alphabet back in 1599? How was there a whole thing called History of Publishing Hieroglyphica, which I would often call Publishing History Hieroglyphica? Over 300 years of all kind of alphabets and encyclopedias. Why is this information available? Oh, you know how I got access to this information? I had to communicate with somebody with a European IP address, type it in and find it myself and translate it. That's why. If your IP address and your search and your information is American IP address, you a damn fool thinking you're getting some real knowledge. There's no knowledge in English. There's no real authentic information in English. Right, these books got y'all thinking it's ancient. This book is about what's on the mountains. That's what the shit look like on the mountains. This is your MetaNetta. Your sesh MetaNetta. You need to unless somebody who's initiate, someone who got a rites of passage, someone whose name actually ring bells, someone who's put over 100,000, at least if not $100,000 into actual research and travels to locations to gather information and paying people all over the world and interviewing them. Still got my interviews on my Blog Talk Radio. Stop playing games. Progress of Egyptology. Huh? Retarded. Okay? So Jabari, Reggie, Ankh, Smash Rock. Who else up there? They had that little Tahuti dude with the snake. Y'all retarded. Okay? Says right here, you're retarded. You're retards. Progress of Egyptology retarded by the death of Young and Champollion. Y'all some retards. Y'all speaking a retarded language. Y'all think it's a game, man. This is the language that Claudius Labib spoke. This is the language that Ariana Fendi Jergis Mofta spoke. This is the language that Mualim Takwa spoke. They're going to tell you Ankh means life. Ooh. You're going to tell me some fucking symbols represent life. In my mind, sex and a baby coming out of a uterus represents life. But y'all going to tell me these symbols represent life. Earlier, Tahuti from old boy who do the Wu-Tang podcast thing, he said a damn bird with an egg over his head and a loaf of bread is a daughter. In Egypt, in the language I'm showing you there, the Anqua a Tafuyet, if you call somebody's daughter a goddamn bird, egg, bread, bro, you will get stabbed, shot, dragged in the sand, murdered right there. Think it's a joke? There are people who travel with people to Egypt on tourist attractions and said some retarded ass meta shit or some disrespectful shit and died right where the fuck they stood. Y'all think this shit is a game? Fake ass language. Anquar means to rise. But they got you thinking that the water right there in the seas, right? And thinking that it's just a surface of water in the seas. Go look at a sunset. Tell me what you see. Big dummies, man. Oh, he makes up his own stuff. No, I don't. Y'all said y'all into science. Here goes science right here. That's the earth. So the hieroglyph for earth, according to Reggie, Jabari, Ankh, Tahuti, Smash Rock, who else pushes it? Shaka Amos and all them. It's a flat surface, right? But it has what they'll say is a loaf of bread and a hand and arm, and they'll say they represents land. Do you know how much of a slap in the face that is? That means that the ancient Egyptians said that the earth is flat. But then you're going to tell me that a loaf of bread and a hand and arm represents the land. That's the problem with you idiots. An idiot's going to tell me a table, a rope, and a loaf of bread is a greeting. Do you greet a motherfucker at a table with a rope and a loaf of bread? I want somebody to go up to somebody and sit at their table and tie up a rope and a couple of knots. Oh, the feminine ass shit. Put it on the table and put a loaf of bread on the table. And tell me how they feel about you. No peanut butter, no ham sandwich, no nothing. Just a loaf of some damn bread. All that good gluten and a fucking rope. And tell me if that means peace and greeting. Here's the peace offering: a loaf of bread and a fucking rope. I can do that shit all day from A to Z with hieroglyphs showing how stupid these idiots are. And then these idiots then double down on the retarded shit, talking about this is some spiritual shit. So you got some real crotch-a-rapone and retard shit going on here. And I gotta call people retarded. That's why I'm the scholar killer. Sonetta, stop saving them, bro. Stop saving them. Let them face me. That's why when I show my drawings, people, all you can do is insult my drawings. That doesn't mean shit. I made the drawing. Whatever the hell I want to call the drawing I made is what I made. But I actually have something to back my shit up. 300 to 400 years before the Rosetta Stone, all these different encyclopedias and alphabets. Again, in your goddamn face. And And by 1599, it was already up to like the sixth or seventh alphabet. Where is that? Huh? Huh? Where that? Think it's a gang? I had to translate a lot of stuff to English, y'all. I found stuff that Google, Yahoo, Bing, whatever whatever search engine operation I tried to use would not let me translate it at all. So I had to take sentence by sentence to the language that's spoken. And that's how I started knocking out what was real in the past and what's not real in the past. Man, y'all have no idea about the the knowledge blocking that's going on here. Almost Shongo. I would have gone and did the presentation with Almost Shongo, but I received about 20 death threats by all these pseudo-Egyptian, these pseudo-African, these French Valley Americans. I received so many damn death threats, I decided not to go. Why am I going to go somewhere and go to some shit where it's a bunch of Hebrews and they have everybody knowing that we're having an event, and I got to talk to Nasi like, hey man, uh, I can't do it, bro. I'm not paying for that ticket to go to that. I don't know who's following me at the airport. Why people want to debt? Why? If you don't work for a tourist attraction, if you're not getting paid when they make these movies, why would you threaten somebody showing you how to really research what is called metanetta? Why would you be upset? Why do you guys want to just wipe it under the rug? French man said it's this, that's what it is. And you don't want to question it. So, hey, y'all don't want people seeing. I've never seen Jabari, Smash Rock, Ankakek, or Reggie explain this right here. They have never explained that. When I went on Sonetter, when he let me on their channel, and Smash Rock was having a debate with some weirdo ass Moore, I asked them why haven't you guys brought up Claudius Labib? Yeah, he got a Fez on. Why haven't y'all brought him up? Oh, that's right. Because then you're gonna find out that he's the real creator of the Aquarian Gospel, and your Noble Drew Ali cult shit falls apart. Where do you think Smash Rock and them learned about Teosophy? That's from me. I kept telling them stop calling it all those Coptic dialects. It's called Teosophy. They didn't know about that. Why did Smash Rock find out? Because Smash Rock made a video watering the Black Lotus. And when he did that, that was the biggest mistake he ever made in his life. We put all that information in his face. That hieroglyph breakdown of this right here, the Shaka Amos loved so much. This right here, the Autofellatio Papyrus, is not ancient. They made that in the 20th century. And the Quran, they talk about sperm coming from the spine, clenched from the buttocks into the genital area and out of the penis. And supposedly, Gab is sucking on his own thing. He's performing autofellatio and eating his sperm to create children. Where are the children coming out of his asshole? Stop playing with me, man. This is a joke. Some nasty, perverted joke from people who were brought to Egypt by Baron Maurice Day Hirsch. I have receipts. I still got my connections. They still clown y'all. They still keep saying, why are they not listening to us? Why are they still listening to the white man? Why won't they listen to what we say about our own country? I told them that the people there said when they look at the hieroglyphs, they use the language they speak to describe what the hieroglyphs are. They do not use English and they do not use metanetta. Fucking idiots. Most of them don't even speak English. I had to learn Arabic and how to properly use Arabic symbols to communicate with people in Egypt. Got the screenshots. This is in John Dee's book. People say Latin, the word SOL means the soul or means the sun. Like they try and twist it up and say it means the sun. These are Tafina symbols. Okay, that's a Tafina breakdown. The moon, the sun, the element, and fire. Ignis. Earth. My bad, not fire. Earth. Some about earth and fire. Or whatever. You can zoom in and see it at the bottom right there. See, let me zoom in. Yes. A flitting phosphorescent light seen at night, chiefly over marshy grounds. All right, so that's the ground, that's the earth. That's what ignis actually pertains to. The element, the earth element. Damn, man. I'm trying to blow it up, can't blow it up no more. Stop doing that, y'all. Stop trying to keep this stuff a secret. That's what chematology is. Okay, they saw what these mountains were in 1910 AD, and they started making hieroglyphs out of it. They started making all kind of symbols out of it. They started taking stuff out of Arizona to the Philippines, and from Philippines to China. So you over here seeing gold dragons and all this stuff, and gold Buddha and all that stuff, and you thinking it's from China or from Guam, where Buddhism really started, when it actually came from over here in America. All right, my time runs over. Again, you said, I want to make sure everybody knows that, hey, man, y'all speaking that retarded language called metanetta. You got to use a French accent. You speaking something a French man created, you better speak like that French man then. If you're a real scholar, if you're a real scientist, you're going to speak like that French man, because that's the scientific methodology to the accent to metanetta. Because I have these questions and I have never received answers. I ask everybody, can you tell me what accent is used for metanetta? If metanetta was deciphered by French people, what accent did the French people have at that time? if those French people translated it to French, can you show us the actual writing from the French people who translated it? Don't show me something in English. Show me what Champollion wrote. Nothing. I always ask, what's the scientific methodology used to describe a hieroglyph? How did you get the foot and leg to mean B? How did you get the hand to mean D? How did you get a horned serpent, a snake, to mean F? Were you going around listening to a snake slither his tongue and said, know what it's going? How the hell does a vase become G? How the hell does a rope or something that looks like a bunch of square, look like a trap maze, looks like an inverted G become H? How the hell does a rope, how the hell you look at a rope and say, huh, see how retarded this shit is? Who the hell in their right mind, right? Look, really said that these hieroglyphs, these symbols make these sounds. What's the scientific methodology? Still yet to hear. They're going to tell me 3 lines is I. You're going to tell me the serpent curved on the head, the serpent upon a rock, or a serpent slithering about is J or DJ. J, the J. J. It's retarded. You don't believe me? Look, they said it's retarded. It's retarded. Anybody speaking Metanet is speaking a retarded pseudo-Egyptian language, period. And that's just when they start speaking it. The breakdown of how they put these sounds to these hieroglyphs, it shows how retarded it is. So you looked at a line and said, la. A motherfucker looked at a line and said, la. You damn weirdos. Who the hell looked at an owl and said, ma? And we gonna say ma'at means the mother, the divine law. And it's because it's an owl. So you look at an owl and you see your mother, you see your beautiful keratin melanated woman and say, you're an owl. And then you look at the daughter and you say, you're a goose with an egg and a loaf of bread. It's retarded. The only one that makes sense is the damn surface of water. Because in the people who speak Tamazight, Amazigh, Siwan, the language is called Al Siwan, and Quara or Gara, they say the surface of water is Aman. In their language, A-M-A-N is water. That's it. So y'all look at the letter, wait, now look at the letter. Hold on, it's not a letter. They look at a chord and said, ooh. Y'all looked at a chicken and said, ooh. Ooh, you retarded. But I see Senator doesn't want that coming out. Jabari's still mad at me. On this channel, I exposed him as practicing a German-created code called Krateropoa. I got the whole breakdown of Krateropoa that shows all that stuff about my eye. By the way, Krateropoa was created before the Rosetta Stone. Y'all better stop playing. If you speak Metaneta to Hootie, you're retarded, bro. You and your snake are retarded. You showed some so-called table and a rope in a box, bro. Stop it. Tell me a table, a rope, in a box means hi, greeting, peace. Like, wait a minute, bro. How does a table a rope in a box. Okay, so what do? We tied one end of the rope to the box and went into the table and did what with it? Make it make sense. Oh, that's right. What does it say right here? Progressive Egyptology? Retarded. High on the spectrum, low on the ability. You're retarded if you speak Metanetta. Period. And that's all I need. I'm sitting on a great deal of far more information in this. I showed a sprinkle of this information on BAP's channel. A person who had no idea what he was talking about when it comes to this, like most people, because they didn't know that once you say Texas is in the hieroglyphs, you're retarded. Period. You're using a retarded thing. Egyptomania is retardomania. Period. If the hieroglyphs for Earth is flat, flat land, Ta is flat. But then I go into Fina, I go into El Siwan, I go into Guara, and the word Ta means land, Tamazirt. And they have languages like Senet and Tamagut, which are spoken in Egypt. And they have these languages and all these symbols. And I show Ankh, hey, Ankh, your name really comes from them, bro. That's the only reason why they be up. Yeah, Anquar, because that's what Anquar means. But those idiots, Egyptomaniacs, cannot pronounce words right. Just like Native Americans. Just like the so-called Hebrew language created by Elijah ben Yehuda. And all these other goofy languages. Sumerian, cuneiform, goofy, Rollinson. Another fellow of the Royal Society. It's always a fellow of the Royal Society who makes it up. J.J. Bartholomew, fellow of the Royal Society. Think I'm making that up? Going to call it a conspiracy? J.J. Bartholomew, fellow of the Royal Society. Cartouches have names. Boom. There it is. J.J. Bartholomew. Who took it to the next level? Wasn't Champollion. It was Thomas Young. Thomas Young was the president of the Royal Society. I'm out. Stop knowledge blocking.